Hi, everybody. This is Leela, ma'am, and I'm all set to record another video for you today. And today's recording is on the topic Unit 3 Subject and Predicate. Okay, now I'm sure that all of you know everything there is to know about sentences. And once you know sentences really well, subject and predicate is pretty much easy. You know what a subject is, you know what is a verb, and you know what's an object in a sentence. Okay, and now we are going to find out about what a subject is, what is a predicate in a sentence. When I say find out, it means go into greater detail so that you become such experts by the end of it all. Okay, so I'm going to start presenting now. Okay, I hope you had a lovely Saturday. I had a pretty regular Saturday. You know what my Saturday is like. I get up in the morning a little later than usual, and it's pretty lazy. Have that morning cup of coffee, and then kind of wander around, settle up a little bit, make the bed and make sure that the room is neat and tidy, and then after that it's pretty much watching videos and relaxing, and then and suddenly I decide that I have to make a video. I feel inspired to make the video, so I like to sit and do that. Okay, so right now it's around 10:30 at night. It's quiet. The dogs have just been taken from the garden. They've been put into uh, their room. They're fast asleep, and it's nice and quiet. And I feel very, very, very happy and inspired. And I feel like making the video. I thought I'd make this tomorrow morning, but then I said, okay, let me finish off with it. The reason I'm trying to finish all these videos quickly is so that you can watch, you can revise, and you can really, 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 really do well in your English 2 Term 3 assessment. Okay, so let's just dive into the next lesson, which is subject and predicate. So I'm going to present now, share, present, and here we go. Now, this is one of my favorite colors too. It's a kind of a deep red. I don't like bright red, tomato red. I'm very fond of deeper shades of red. Kind of look very elegant and it looks very royal. Okay, that's why I like it. So let's start off with subject and predicate. Okay, now before learning subject and predicate, you should know exactly what a subject is and what is a verb and what is an object in the sentence. Okay, we've already done this. I think I've covered it in one of the lessons. I think it is the object in the sentence, the direct object, indirect object. So basically, you have a pretty good idea of what an object is. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so a subject. Okay, in a sentence, the thing doing the action, okay, or the thing spoken about in the sentence is the subject. The focus of the sentence, the hero of the sentence, you can say, is the subject. The doer of the action is the subject. Okay, and the subject is a noun or a pronoun. Okay, a noun is basically things that you see around you, and when you have a word that takes the place of a noun, we call it a pronoun. All right. Now let's look at this example. Justin broke the branch. Okay. Now the subject is Justin. How do we know? Okay. All you have to do is ask the question, who? Okay. We're talking about Justin. We're talking about him, right? He has done something. What did he do? Justin broke the branch. Okay. Who are we talking about? Justin. What did Justin do? He broke the branch. So the first part of the question, who are we talking about, is the subject of the sentence. In this case, the subject of the sentence is Justin. Okay? Now let's go to the verb in the sentence. The action performed by the subject. Whatever the subject does is the verb or the action performed by the subject. Okay? Justin broke the branch. What action did he perform? He broke something, okay? He broke it. Broke is the verb. All right? The verb is broke. It is the action performed by the subject, Justin, and therefore, Justin is the subject, broke is the verb. Now, the object of the sentence, okay? The thing which is the receiver of the action, okay, or on which the action has been performed is the object in the sentence. Now, the object is always a noun or a pronoun, all right? Okay, which is basically tangible. Now, why do I keep saying justice? Justin. The reason I chose Justin is basically, I don't know if any of you have had imaginary friends when you were growing up, and my imaginary friend was Justin. Okay, he was my imaginary friend. Okay, he was a skinny boy with ginger colored hair, and he was my imaginary friend. So I've put him in my sentence. Okay, so Justin broke the branch. The object, okay, all the objects in the sentences are in green, the subjects are in blue, and the verbs are in red. Okay, so Justin broke what received the action of being broken? The branch. So the branch is the object in this sentence, the receiver of the action performed by the subject, Justin. Okay? It received the action performed by Justin. This action has passed on to the noun, okay, branch. Receive the action. Remember it, what receives the action? So we identified the subject in this sentence. Justin broke the branch. Justin is the subject. The verb is broke. The object or the which received the action. The object is the branch. The thing that received the action, which is a noun or a pronoun, is the branch. Okay? So always after the verb, it's very easy to find out the object in a sentence. After the verb, Justin broke what? The answer, the branch, will give you the object in the sentence. To find out the subject, all you have to do, who was the one who did the action? Justin. To find out the verb, what action did Justin do? Broke. Okay. What on what did he do the action? The branch. So this is how we identify the subject, the verb, and the object in a sentence. Now look at these sentences. Okay. The teacher distributed the notebooks. Who distributed the notebook? The teacher. Subject of the sentence. See, you have to ask the question. Who, okay, distributed the notebooks? The teacher. I ate a mango. Who ate the mango? Who performed the action? I, subject. The boy hit the ball. Who hit the ball? The boy. Boy is the subject. We flew the kite, a pronoun. Okay? We flew the kite. Who flew the kite? We flew the kite. So all the words in blue are the subjects performing an action. The action that the teacher's performing is distributed. The action that I'm performing is I ate. The boy's action is hit. Our action, we flew the kite. Okay. So now, in this on this slide, we have all the verbs in red. The teacher. What action did the teacher do? Distributed. What action did I do? Ate. What action did the boy do? Hit. What action did we do? Flew. Okay, so here words which are in red are the verbs, the actions that have been performed by the subject or the subjects. Understood that? Pretty simple, huh? Now, all the words on this slide in green are the objects of the sentence, objects in the sentence. The teacher distributed what? The notebooks. The notebooks are the object of the sentence. It is a noun. I ate what? A mango. A mango is the object in this sentence. The boy hit what? The ball. We flew what? The kite. Okay, so you see how simple it is? All you have to do after the verb, ask the question what? And the answer to it should be a noun or a pronoun, and that is the object in the sentence. Okay? All right, so identify the objects in these sentences. Now, this is your job. You have to look at the sentence very carefully. Okay? Read each sentence carefully. Always in grammar, you have to read each and every sentence or each word very carefully. Think about it and then write the answer. Then you can be sure you can even get full marks, okay, in the objective type. Okay, so and also in the subjective type, you have to make sure that you write, if you write everything without making a silly mistake, extremely neat handwriting, you can easily get full marks. You understand? So I sharpened my pencil. The cat broke the vase. The dog carried the bone away. The thief stole the watch. They rode the bicycles. Now, reading each and every sentence, I'm sure you have already figured out, okay, what the objects in the sentence are by asking the question what or whom after the sentence. It's not just what, you also can ask the question whom, because the object can be a person or a pronoun. For example, I speak English. Okay? English, I speak what? English. Okay? And supposing I say I speak it. I speak what? I speak it. It is a pronoun. It is the object of the sentence. Now, for example, let's see. I told Monica to keep quiet. I told whom to keep quiet? Monica is the object in the sentence. I told her to keep quiet. I told whom? Her. So in the first case, Monica is a noun, and I told her to keep quiet. Her is a pronoun. They are objects in the sentence. Okay, so now let's go to the answer. Okay, if you have found out the objects and these are the objects, full marks to you. You have got it perfectly correct. I sharpened what? My pencil. It's a noun. Object of the sentence. The cat broke what? The vase. That is the object in the sentence. It answers the question what with a noun. The dog carried the bone away. The dog carried what? The bone. The object of the sentence. The thief stole what? The watch. There you have it. It's so simple, isn't it? They rode what? The bicycles. So everything you see in green here are the objects in the sentences. Okay? So all the objects have received the action, a direct action by the subject. Okay, so the receivers of the action are the objects. Okay, you can see they answer the question what, and like I told you, they also answer the question whom. Like I told Monica. He hit, let's say, Mahesh. He hit whom? Mahesh is the object in the sentence. He received the action of being hit. Okay? He hit him. Him is the object. It's a pronoun. He received the action of being hit. Okay? The thief stole the watch. After the verb stole, ask the question what? The thief stole what? The watch is the object in the sentence. It received the action of being stolen. Okay? So now let's practice. I've got lots, seriously, loads and loads of sentences for you to practice on. Can you guess what I'm having? I'm having green tea. Okay. Some people say you shouldn't drink tea in the night, but I find this really relaxing. This is chamomile tea. It's very relaxing. So, all what you see in the sentences, the blue is the subject, the red is the verb, and the words in green is the object of the sentence, which is received the action done by the subject. Okay? The dog chased the postman. The subject is the dog. The action it's performing or the verb is chased. Who received the action of being chased? The dog chased whom? Because it's a person, we say whom. We don't say what. Okay? The dog chased whom? Okay? The postman received the action of being chased. Okay? It is the object in the sentence. So find the object, ask the question what or whom after the verb. In this case, we've asked the question whom. The answer was the postman, and the postman is the object in the sentence. We climbed the tree. The subject is we. Climbed is the verb. We climbed what? The tree is the object which has received the action of being climbed on. Okay? So the tree is the object in the sentence. Shanti and Raja ate some mangoes. Who performed the action of eating mangoes? Shanti and Raja, the subject in the sentence. Subjects. Okay? They ate. It's the action they performed. Ate what? The mangoes. Received the action of being eaten. The Shanti and Raja ate what? The mangoes are the object in the sentence, and we've got it all right so far. Have you understood? I hope you have. I'm sure you have actually. So receive the action. You ask the question what or whom after the verb. In this case, we ask the question what. The mangoes is the object in the sentence. Close the door. So as you can see, the sentence starts with the verb close. I really can't see the subject in the sentence. But remember the previous lesson, I told you already that when there is no subject which is seen in the sentence, okay, the subject is you. You have been asked to close the door. You close the door. Even though I haven't written you before close the door, it is understood that I'm talking to you. Okay, so you close the door. In this case, you is the subject, close is the verb. You close what? The door is the noun that answers the question what? It is the object in the sentence. Okay, change your clothes. And I'm going to give you examples so you'll never ever forget this. Change your clothes. There is no subject in the sentence, but you have to assume that somebody's talking to you. You close the door. Okay, you close the door. You are the subject in the sentence. Close is the verb. And sorry, you change your clothes. Change your clothes. You change your clothes. You're smelling awful today. You, subject. Change, the verb. Your clothes is the object. You change what? Your clothes. Okay? It's a noun. Do your homework. You do your homework. You is the subject, even though it's not mentioned. Do is the verb. Okay? Your homework. Do what? Your homework is the object in the sentence. Okay? You do your homework. Don't worry about on time and all that. Okay? Right now, we are only identifying the objects in the sentence. Harry Potter and his friends knew magic. Who's the subject? Who knew magic? Harry Potter and his friends. What action did they perform? They knew something. Okay? That's the verb. Okay? Knew what? Magic. Magic is the object in the sentence. Okay? Annette wore a new dress. Annette is the subject. The verb is wore. Annette wore what? New clothes. A noun. It is the object in the sentence. The man with the big nose flew the plane. Who flew the plane? The man with the big nose. Now remember, the subject doesn't have to be only the man. The man, the subject, along with the description of the subject before the verb is the subject of the sentence. So before the verb flew, The man with the big nose. The man, and this description, the man with the big nose is the subject. Whatever comes usually before the verb is the subject with its description, okay? The noun with its description or the pronoun with its description. Flew is the verb, and the plane flew what? The plane is the object in the sentence, okay? The dog with the long tail ate his food, okay? Now, 8 was supposed to be in red, but I didn't change the color. The dog before the verb ate, the dog along with the description, the dog with the long tail is the subject of the sentence. Okay? This comes just before the verb, the subject along with its description. That is the subject in the sentence. What action did the dog perform? Ate. The dog with the long tail ate what? His food is the object in the sentence. Understood? So can you identify sentences with no object? Sometimes all sentences don't have to have an object in it. Sometimes there are sentences with no object. Okay? Not just sometimes, quite a lot of the time. Okay? So now look at these sentences. The little girl danced beautifully. In this case, the little girl is the subject. She is doing the action, the doer of the action of dancing. So dance is the verb. So after the verb, ask the question what or whom. The little girl danced what? There is absolutely no noun or pronoun after this. There is no object in the sentence. The little girl danced what? The little girl danced whom? There is no answer with a noun or a pronoun. There is no object in the sentence. Okay? So the subject is the little girl, the verb is danced, but there is no object in the sentence. Okay? The lion cub slept soundly. Who's doing the action of sleeping? The lion cub is the subject. What is the verb? Slept. Soundly. The lion cub slept what? Is there an answer with a noun or a pronoun? No, there isn't. Therefore, there is no object in the sentence. The lion cub is the subject and the verb is slept. As simple as that. There is no answer to the question what or whom with a noun or a pronoun. Therefore, there is no object in the sentence. Understood? Pretty simple, huh? Geeta walked fast. Geeta is obviously the one who's walking. She's the doer of the action. She's the subject. The action is walked or the verb is walked. Geeta walked what? No object. No noun or pronoun after walked. Geeta walked whom? No, nothing. There is no object in the sentence. Okay? The fox jumped quickly. The fox is doing the action of jumping. It's the subject. The verb is jumped. The fox jumped what? No noun or pronoun after the verb. Okay? Meaning immediately after the verb. Okay? The fox jumped what? No answer with the no noun or a pronoun. The fox jumped whom? No answer with a noun or a pronoun. There is no object in the sentence. So for now, it's enough that you know what an object is, and sometimes when there is no object, okay, in a sentence. Now the object, the lack of an object, all this will be important when you're doing verbs, okay? Verbs basically transitive, intransitive, and incomplete. This will become really important in that lesson. The presence of an object, the absence of an object, okay, and something called a complement, but that you're going to learn in unit 5. So go through unit 5, go through forms of verbs. These are really important to get a deeper understanding of the chapter, the lesson on verbs, unit 5. Okay, so now you know what a subject is, you know what a verb is, you know what an object is, and you know when there is no object in a sentence. For now, that's more than enough. Okay, so every complete sentence contains two parts. Okay. So once you know what is the subject in a sentence, the subject along with the description, Okay, it is so simple to know what the predicate of a sentence is. So the subject is the person who's doing the action, and just listen to this very carefully. The action that the subject does along with the rest of the sentence is the predicate. Isn't that so very simple? Okay, the subject is what or whom, who's doing the action. Okay, the sentence, that is who it, the action, who the sentence is about. The hero of the sentence is the subject. Whatever the subject does, the verb along with the rest of the sentence, whatever the subject is doing, is the predicate of the sentence. So the predicate tells you something about the subject. Okay, supposing I say Justin is tall. Okay, Justin is the subject. Is tall tells you something about Justin. Is tall is the predicate of the sentence. Justin, what else? Drove a big car. Justin, subject. What did Justin do? Drove a big car. Predicate of the sentence. Okay, so it is that simple. So the subject is what, okay, or whom the sentence is about. Okay, the predicate is tells us everything to know about the subject, following the with the verb. Okay, all right. Leela ma'am teaches the English subject. Leela ma'am is the heroine of the sentence. What does Leela ma'am do? Teaches the English subject, the predicate of the sentence. Understood? The subject is what or whom the sentence is about. The person or thing doing the action is the subject. It is the subject in the sentence. Okay, it's a focus of the sentence. The predicate tells us something about the subject, and that part of the subject of the sentence, which is telling you about the subject, is the predicate. So simple, simple, so simple. So every sentence has a subject and a predicate. Even the sentence where you don't mention the subject. Do your work neatly. You is the subject. Do your work neatly is the predicate of the sentence. Come here quickly. You come here quickly. So you is the subject. Come here quickly is the predicate. Isn't that super simple? Okay. To be very clear, the predicate includes the action. That is, the verb should be included in the predicate. For example, Leela ma'am drinks a cup of tea in the evening. Okay? So Leela ma'am is the focus of the sentence. Leela ma'am is the subject of the sentence. What does Leela ma'am do? Drinks a cup of tea in the evening will be the predicate of the sentence. Okay? Okay? So, look at the example given below. The children play on the field every day. It's a long sentence. Who is doing the action? The children. Okay? Play on the field every day is what we are saying about the subject. That is the predicate of the sentence. What do the children do? Play on the field every day. Ask that question about the subject. Okay? Now let's see. The man in the blue hat disappeared into thin air. Who disappeared into thin air? The man in the blue hat is the subject. Disappeared into thin air is the predicate of the sentence. Okay? Do your homework. Very simple. You do your homework. You are the subject of the sentence. Do your homework is the predicate. Okay? Mufasa and Scar from Lion King. Okay? They fought a lot. Who fought a lot? Mufasa and Scar. They are the subject. What did they do? Fought a lot. Predicate of the sentence. Look at the example given below again. The children and I completed the project. Who completed the project? The children and I. Subject. Completed the project. What did we do? Completed the project. Predicate. Okay? Do the crossword puzzle. You do the crossword puzzle. You is the subject in the sentence. What am I supposed to do? Do the crossword puzzle. Predicate of the sentence. Look at the example given below now. Cross the road. You cross the road. You is the subject. Cross the road is what you have to do. Predicate of the sentence. So remember that when there appears to be no subject, the subject is you and the rest of the sentence is the predicate. So basically whatever you get there is the predicate because you can't be seen. You and the rest of the sentence which you've been given. So one more example. Open the window. Open it. Open the window. You open the window. Subject. Open the window is the predicate of the sentence. Okay? I am learning a new language. Who is learning a new language? I. Subject. What am I doing? Am learning a new language is the predicate. So you have to take the helping verb. Am, main verb, learning a new language. Everything from the verb onwards is the predicate. What am I doing? I'm learning a new language. Okay? Ruchi was studying hard. What was Ruchi doing? She was studying hard. Ruchi is the subject. Was studying hard is the predicate. That is the helping verb along with the main verb, and the rest of the sentence describes what she was doing. It's the predicate of the sentence. The UFOs were flying in the sky. Who were flying in the sky? The UFOs, the subject in the sentence. What were the UFOs doing? Were flying in the sky. Helping verb, main verb in the sky is the predicate of the sentence. Okay? The fox was jumping over the fence. Who was jumping over the fence? The fox. The rest of it is the predicate. Okay? Was jumping over the fence is the predicate of the sentence. The children were playing in the garden. Who were playing in the garden? The children is the subject. Were playing in the garden is the predicate. They are climbing the tree. What are they doing? Okay, who's climbing the tree? They. What are they doing? Are climbing the tree. They is the subject. Are climbing the tree is the predicate. I am learning to speak a new language. What am I doing? Who is learning to speak a new language? I. Subject. What am I doing? Am learning to speak a new language. Predicate of the sentence. Okay? Now, I'm giving you examples. This example is about a subject with a description. Okay? All right? The tall girl in a white dress won the race. Who won the race? The tall girl in a white dress is the subject. Okay? What does she do? Won the race. Predicate. So the verb along with the rest of the sentence forms the predicate. Everything after the subject is the predicate. The lioness attacked all the villagers. Who attacked all the villagers? The lioness subject. What did the lioness do? Attacked all the villagers. So see how simple it is, subject and predicate. Our people have received justice. Who has received justice? Our people. What have they received? Our people have received justice. Have received justice is the predicate. The short little man ran slowly. Who ran slowly? The short little man. The subject. What did the short little man do? Ran slowly is the predicate. Okay? Oh, and that's it. That's the end of this lesson. Okay? It is pretty short, it is pretty simple, it is pretty easy. But the more you learn about your basics, the basics get really good. You'll find the other lessons becoming easier and easier because you grasp the basics of grammar. Okay? Kind of makes you an expert almost, right? So just watch the videos. Okay? Watch the videos and I promise you something. Okay, if you watch the videos, if you understand the videos, if you listen to each word that I say, follow what I say, I promise you that you will be really great in grammar. You can top your class in any school that you go. Okay, and carry the torch of St. Mark's really high. Okay, you all are really smart children. You just have to take a little bit of effort, and I am so sure that you can really do well. Okay, and now the time is 11 o'clock. It's time for me to go upstairs to my room, relax. Okay? So I'm going to say good night to all of you. Tomorrow's a Sunday. I'll prepare some more videos. So hopefully within the next 5 days or 1 week, I would have prepared every single video for each unit in your grammar workbook. Okay? So bye for me and mwah, I love you all so much. Okay? Take care of yourselves. Be safe. All right? Good night, all. Bye.